Hey, I'm Aspen.
And I'm Ubu.
And this is Movie Grits,
a movie podcast where we talk about everything except the movie we're watching.
And today, we're watching
Stuart Little.
Okay, on with the show!
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Guys, I don't know if I've ever told you, but Stuart Little is actually my favorite movie.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love when he wears the little clothes like a person.
He is a little person, right?
Well, he's a mouse in a house. And if he was
With
a girl,
House.
he'd be wearing a blouse. Oh, yeah! And House is there, and he's doing the American House accent. He goes, hello, my name is House Little. And you've got a bad case of leukemia.
Of mouse.
You've got a bad case of mouse in your house.
I think as a kid, I also thought this kid was Stuart Little.
He turns into Stuart Little.
Like, the kids were both Stuart Little, and they had a mouse kid and a real kid.
They were just like some sort of kindred spirits. Kindred spirit brothers. It's like Beyond Two Souls. The game where there's like the girl and like the spirit attached to her, and it's made by the Heavy Rain guy. Anyway, I don't...
What?
What?
I'm confused, and all I heard was Chocolate Rain, even though you didn't even say Chocolate Rain.
Interesting. Your brain just turned to like static, and then it stopped being static, and you were chocolate rain.
Yeah.
Some stay dry and others feel the pain. You seem like lovely people who are also doctors and rich, but your only option is a mouse in the house.
Yeah, the house looks so funny.
He looks so silly when he's not disheveled and limping.
And being rude to people.
Yeah, being rude and sarcastic. He's like, well, what a lovely person to be around. I love being in this room with all these children. And it's like, you're being sarcastic, aren't you? Well, aren't you bright? Oh.
And then the good doctor comes around the corner.
I would like to be your child. Well, don't you think you're a little old to be a child? I am a child.
What a disaster. Frederick! Oh, that's such a funny name.
House Little.
Frederick House Little.
My name is Frederick.
And now he's Dexter.
Frederick Dexter. And this is my laboratory. There is a mouse in my laboratory.
Oh, wow. It looks so bad. The CGI.
Could look worse.
It could. That's true.
But yes, it's not the best. It is a little dated. But for its time, it was a masterpiece, probably.
I mean, it's not too bad. It's just like, hair physics weren't very good.
Yeah.
Until, like, recently.
It might come as a shock, but you can tell Stuart Little's not real.
Whoa, that's so shocking to me!
Yeah. They should have had, like, a Muppet of Stuart Little.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been cool.
Would it?
Yeah, that would...
Oh,
I mean, listen.
He's got little bugs.
Yeah, he's got tiny... Who printed those for him?
He had to write them himself.
Oh, dang. Yeah, they haven't invented the printing press for mice, I guess.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk? Anyway, I was gonna say, it's not like the Muppets are any stranger to mouse creature puppets. They're, like, growing up, I watched Muppet Christmas Carol and Muppet Treasure Island a lot, and one of the main characters in both of those is Rizzo the Rat. He's a little guy, and there are a lot of shots of him full body, and it looks silly, but it looks like a little rat puppet. It would have been cool seeing him doing flips and putting Little Women back on the shelf.
Okay.
And the Little Women go,
Little Women?
Don't! That was the book he was reading, but...
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
All the books that he has, which it's funny because his name wasn't Stuart Little before he was adopted, but all the books he have are based on, or have the word little in them, I guess. Maybe one of the books he has in his tiny library is Stuart Little.
Whoa, that would be pretty meta.
Yeah, that would be great. He'd be like, wow, this is just like that book I was reading.
Stuart Little. Oh, 1998. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. Man, what a depressing setting. Depressing. There's the Animaniacs water tower.
Yeah, I was about to say that looks like the fakest city I've ever seen in my life.
It's funny. It's like fake New York, but it still looks depressing as normal New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this just
Elmo del
gonna...
Toro.
Yeah, is this gonna keep just panning into the sky
We go to
for the rest of
space
the movie?
to see what Stuart's parents are doing on the moon.
Yeah, his original parents.
Yeah, they go, I wish we could find our son, but we're a little too on the moon for that.
Yeah,
I'd be over the moon if we found our son.
M. Night Shyamalan? Wow. I'm sorry.
Why?
Why?
This is like Invader Zim, where like he lives in like between two buildings with like a tiny yard.
Yeah, where's the big satellite dish?
Mm-hmm. Where's the sidekick that says funny, hot topic worthy one-liners? Like wanting burritos and stuff like that.
Yeah. This house also reminds me of the... Oh, what was that movie we watched off of Movie Grits? Seemingly for fun.
The
Willoughby's? Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of look like the Willoughby's house.
Where a bunch of child abuse happened.
Yeah, a lot of child abuse happens to pink-haired children.
Whoa!
2 of them share a sweater. It's Timon.
Is it really? That's so funny.
Yeah, it's the voice of Timon. He was like... This was a period of time where, I think his name is Nathan Lane. He was living it up. He was the voice of Timon. He was the voice of this cat. He was the voice of Mouse Hunt. He was the voice of the blue otter creature on Teacher's Pet.
Okay.
That's 4 things. Which is more than I do when it comes to voice acting or
That's
acting.
Fair. Here's your brother. He's covered in spit.
He's covered in hairballs. He is one. Snowball, or whatever his name is, just spit him out.
Why would you adopt a mouse knowing you have a cat?
Because a mouse deserves to have a home, too.
Wrong!
And if the cat gets a little rambunctious, just put him down. But the cat doesn't have the same sentience that the mouse does.
No, of course not.
As far as they know.
That would be too much.
But he seemed a little disappointed that he has a tiny, action figure-sized mouse sibling who you will dote over more than him.
Is Stuart just a mouse, or is he a child mouse? Did they adopt a grown man mouse? Is
I
my
never
question.
thought of that. Yeah, it's like, because he's smaller than us, it doesn't matter what age he is a child for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Also, why is there just a roll in the middle on its own plate?
That's for the the third sibling they'll be getting.
A ghost, apparently.
Yeah. The ghost little.
Ghost little, yeah.
Sure is roomy and gloomy.
Whoa, don't kiss that grown man mouse.
Gross. He hasn't gone through the Ratatouille steam dispenser yet.
I know. He just got snowballed and you're gonna kiss him?
Yeah, he's got cat spit and the plague on him.
Also, no kiss from Dad? That's rude.
Dang. Dad didn't even give him like a back pat or something.
I guess Dad knew that he's covered in snowball.
Said, I'll get the plague and snowball spit on me if I backpack, son.
And the cat plague.
I'm here to give you more of the cat plague, Stuart.
Yep, that's how he sounds.
That's kinda how he sounds. A little. He says, "Hello, my name is Timon. I'm gonna kill you."
I hate the moving mouth.
Hey, I've seen worse. Yes, you are a pretty boy, Grandpa. Grandpa's still in the room for an update. In case you didn't notice from the pretty boy in the corner. There it
is. He's our guest. Our movie Grits Grest.
Be our guest. That means he's a guest to whom we can be aggressive.
He's our aggressive.
Yeah. How do you like being our aggressive, Grandpa?
Starts doing the machine gun smacks on the side of the...
Oh, yeah. Pulled out the railgun.
Doom, 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 doom. I think he likes it.
Yeah. That'd be a cool house to live in.
It is pretty fun.
It's like zany and wondrous and whimsical. How'd he open that door all by himself?
Without even reaching the doorknob, also.
Yeah, he just, like, ripped the door out of the hinge. But only slightly.
He's very strong.
He even got his own little Listerine.
Oh, that's cute.
His own little crest. Got his own family crest.
How does that sink work, though? Let's be honest.
That's a good question. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe it's like a water cooler that's shaped like a tiny sink. They already put water in it, and he just turns it on.
Yeah.
The weird little human teeth on that mouse.
Yeah, I saw those.
Maybe human teeth are on mouse. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
They have a laundry chute, and he chooses not to use it?
That's so fun. I would go in the laundry chute.
Oh, Stuart's about to get laundried.
Sorry, we weren't used to having a tiny son yet, so we accidentally drowned him in the washing machine.
Yeah, hey Mom, you're killing me. That's like day 1 and they already forgot they have a new son.
Oh no, she's got her AirPods in.
She's like, sounds like something's going on outside.
It's Snowball. It's Pumbaa. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, okay.
Can I have your cat? Get it? Because he's Timon anyway. I'm off to go... Timon and Pumbaa.
Yes.
The cat is Timon, Seth Rogen is Pumbaa.
Yes, I get it, yes.
That's the joke, wasn't it funny? I'll be here all week.
Ba-da-bam.
He was kind of moving a little too frantically to be an animated creature in this live-action world.
Yeah, that face is no good.
Yeah. Like, I appreciate them, leaning into animation a little bit, as opposed to something like The Lion King, where everyone is just like a taxidermized animal that can still move around.
Yeah.
But it is like, this is a live-action world with what's supposed to be a real rat. It's not like Roger Rabbit, where, they're just cartoons.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw his little human hands and I'm not a fan.
Yeah. What if he, comes up with a scheme and he starts twiddling his fingers? Stuart, did you have fun?
Whoa, is that how old washing machines work? They'll actually just spill all the water everywhere?
I guess, in theory.
I guess, yeah. If they're a front loader and you open it, all the water would come out, right?
Yeah, I feel like it would lock just so you couldn't do that. What if you have a child who just runs in and opens it?
That's true. But we are talking about, early technology. They used to have, those, 2 giant cement wheels that you would rotate to, wring your laundry out. And kids would, stick their hands in that. And then they're like, okay. Okay, let's make this safer, and that's basically how things have been going.
Mm-hmm. So now they added like a
then.
stick where if you stick your hand too close to it, it just smacks your hand away.
Yeah, and then they evolved into the washing machine, and they're like, oh, we didn't put a lock on it, and little Timmy spilled all the water on the floor.
Yeah, little Timmy crawled in, but he couldn't swim in it like he wanted because now the laundry room's underwater.
Yeah, and now washing machines lock, and kids get locked inside. So it's like, now what do you want?
Yeah, now it's like, what do we do now? How about we put the loading part on the top so a little dumb baby isn't going to crawl into it because it's physically impossible.
Yeah, there you
go. And
it
still locks for good measure.
And it still locks for good measure.
Just in case a dumb adult wants to climb in.
Exactly. Now you just have to double check for dumb adults and cats.
Yeah, exactly. I can't tell you how many times I've opened the locked washing machine and found Chalupa inside.
Yeah, I guess it depends. I leave my washing machine open because I use it as like a dirty clothes bin. Because it's like, why have a hamper when I can just throw them in the laundry or the washing machine?
Fair enough.
But then again, I have to make sure there's no cats in there before I start it.
Dang.
Or stupid humans.
Well, our laundry room has a door, so we just close it and make sure Chalupa doesn't go in it.
Yeah, I guess that could also solve the problem. You know what? Being an adult's hard. I
hate adulting.
I'm figuring it out as I go, okay?
Yeah. I'm not. I've already got it figured out.
Oh, okay.
I'm just taking it easy for fun.
I see.
All right, son, let's go find a cat to put in the washing machine. Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, lady. He acts like he doesn't know her.
Ladies, I'm a man. Anyway. Try. Whoa.
Whoa.
He's going to the comedy club in style.
He really needs a beard. I can't look at House without a
Stuart Little needs a beard.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at his little hand. He was showing it to you.
I'm not a fan. I don't like things that have little hands, like raccoons and
or
possums.
Or
huh?
I said people.
People, yeah. No, things that aren't people that have little hands.
Monkeys.
Monkeys get a pass.
Why?
Because
they have
more
the
like
most
humans.
Human hands, but they aren't really.
They're closer than an opossum.
Perhaps they're still not. It's still
like
weird that they have them. Yeah, like a raccoon. Raccoon's not a human, believe it or not.
Yeah, that one's questionable. I don't know.
No, you don't get any presents because you're not a 3-inch rat orphan. I want to give a speech. A rat would like to give a speech. I'm a mouse. Anyway.
A tiny little microphone.
Probably.
Oh, are they introducing everyone to their new son and he's a little rat? That's so embarrassing.
Hello, everyone. I'm shy and timid.
I would call the police.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call the... Listen, if there was like a sentient humanoid rat character and like my relatives were introducing me to him and he was a pleasant little lad, I'd be like, oh, that's strange. But he's a pleasant little lad. I can't complain. And
they didn't tell them beforehand, so they got him a bunch of gifts that he can't use.
They can just melt it all down and resize it and then have leftover metal and plastic.
I would...
I mean, to be fair, with a bike, it could have been a human child and they not fit on it.
That's true, but they will eventually, right? This
Unless
is a
they
mouse.
Outgrew it.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Just put bigger wheels on it.
I mean, think of all the baby showers where people give them diapers and then like in 2 weeks they're already too small. Or not diapers, just clothes.
Clothes, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You never outgrow diapers until you do.
And then you outgrow them, and then you grow into them once more once you get old.
And then you die.
And then you die, yep.
Mm-hmm. And then you, in your will, you say, make sure to bury me in my favorite diapers.
In my favorite Depends, please.
Yeah, I don't want anyone at the estate sale buying my diapers, so put them all in the coffin with me.
Oh, speaking of the estate sale, I didn't go to one, but I did. Okay. I did a service to ancient times. Ancient times being the 80s.
What does that mean?
No, okay, so in my house, there are 3 bedrooms, right? And 2 of them have the original 40-year-old ceiling fans. And they're great. They work like a charm. They're better than the new fans that are in the house. They're like silent. They have a nice like aesthetic to them because they're old. They're like made of brass and have like wooden blades that have like little kind of like doilies in the middle of the fan blades.
Interesting.
But they're a look, right? But anyway, so the 3rd bedroom, something happened to the original fan and they replaced it with a new one that's like really ugly and white and like just ugly. But I was like, so I could either spend a bunch of money to replace all the ceiling fans, or I could try and find a vintage ceiling fan that matches the other ones, like the exact same one, right? And I did off of eBay, and I'm so excited for it.
Nice.
It's like brand new in the box, like it's never been opened before, but it's like from the 80s, right? And I'm so excited.
the 1-2 punch of estate sales and eBay are, and sites similar to eBay, are such a just like blessing, because the alternative is just everything is like new and factory made. You know, there's like, it's cheap, but there's no charm to it, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, and like new ceiling fans are all just like, I don't know, they're kind of boring. And when I have the original fans in the house that have character, and it's like, why not just go with that?
Yeah, it can be a lot like the little details to decor, where maybe a ceiling fan isn't like the front and center part of the room, because, you know, it's a little bit out of eye shot most of the time, but you know, the way that like a knickknack you put on a bookshelf is, but the way that you arrange the bookshelf and what little knickknacks you put on there and how many you put on there, stuff like that does go a long way, and having a fan that has some character also does. So I do be appreciating that, the way that like the 80s or the ancient times or whatever you said apparently does too. Very cool.
What did I say then?
You said that like you, I mean,
I said something like that.
You said something about ancient times, and I was just like, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, here, I'll just send you a picture of the fan so you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, my phone is in the other room, but...
Well, I will
I can... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Okay.
You found your phone?
No, I can just pull up Discord on my tablet.
Okay, I have to... Okay, it'll be a second. I gotta like email it to myself so I can...
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, so I thought that's fun, especially since all the new fans that are in this house like rattle and you can hear the motor, and it's like these things are terrible. So if I can get more of the stuff that doesn't suck, that would be great.
I think if you have a fan that like makes some white noise, or maybe it does like the woo, 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 like something constant like that, that's fine. But yeah, if it's like like whenever it's spinning and crap like that, that's just too much. I used to have a fan like that and I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, and it's like I get the blade sound, and of course there's gonna be some sound of the motor because it's like impossible not to. But like the one we have in the living room, when you turn it on, it sounds kind of like you're turning on like a Tesla coil or something. It's like, and then it just stays like that, and it kind of wobbles, so it's like,
yeah.
I'm like, this is horrible.
Like that hum is like okay if you're trying to sleep, but it can also be really distracting.
Yeah, it's like a little bit too loud to be calming.
Yeah, it's like standing on the line between white noise and just noise.
Yeah, and just get me out of here. I'm in an insane asylum kind of thing.
They're trying to drive me crazy. The person I bought this house from is doing some sort of social experiment.
They must have, in one way or another, because there are 5 different types of ceiling fans in this house also. On top
Interesting.
of that. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's something whenever I move out that'll be really, really fun to think about. But I'm already like, once I move out, I'm going to have a field day with like decoration and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe if I've got the money to throw around, I can be like, hey, you know what? Let's get those ceiling fans down and replace them with something with a little character.
Yeah, a little spice.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put a soda up there.
Let's put a spicy Dr. Pepper on the ceiling.
That'll cool us off.
Why is my upload failing? This is making me most upset.
Yes, you may.
How
well, you
big
can
is the
send it
ceiling
to
fan?
me just in text. I just won't be able to see it until the movie ends unless I sprint across the house and go get my phone right now.
No, it's okay. I'm trying. We need the live reaction to this ancient ceiling fan.
Well, then let me run across the house as fast as I can and get my phone.
No. I got it. It uploaded.
Okay.
Now I just need to download it and then send it to you.
All right.
Oh, the joys of not being logged into Discord on my phone.
And of leaving my phone in the other room.
Yes.
Dude, those goldfish were in boxes. That's so weird.
Okay, this is the ceiling fan. Let's see if it uploads.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. You see kind of what I meant by like the doily in the middle of the fan blade?
Yeah, it's not just like, here's a thing, here's 4 things sticking out of it. It's like, let's make it look like a little pattern.
Yeah, and it's like actual texture too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something different. And then like the design on the base and
yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's nice. I don't like the ceiling fans that have like 5 different lights like shining in all different directions.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look kind of crazy. So the singular bulb is nice.
Yeah, it's nice to just have a massive orb in the middle.
Yeah. And a slightly pointed orb in the middle.
Yeah, the pointed orb. That way, if it falls on your head, it does maximum damage.
Exactly. It will split you in 2 like a chopped piece of wood.
That way, it's like a 2-edged or double-edged sword or whatever, so you can rig it if someone breaks into your home, and you just like push a button and it goes bonk. You're like, shouldn't have broken in. Tried to steal my ceiling fan.
Yeah, they're stealing the ceiling fan?
But yeah, you just called Stuart a picklehead.
That's good. I'm taking that.
Stuart's here to destroy Tiny Town.
No, this is the Beetlejuice town. Whoa, how do you end up on the tracks?
Who will save our village? I saw that clip from Arrested Development the other day, where they build Tiny Town for the Japanese investors.
Yes.
And the surrogate man goes, who will save our village? And then George Michael flies in on the jetpack.
It's just, that show is just so much to take in, and it's so perfect.
Yeah. I started watching it again.
That's good. I'm still like halfway through it because I'm watching through it with my mom, and we don't live together, so it's been like 2 months since.
It's like something you do during family reunions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What a nice, iconic car for all Stuart Little fans to remember.
Look, he's depressed.
Nothing. I just remember I don't want a car. Can I have a plane instead? Ew. He had a little thumbnail.
Yeah, that's gross.
He's a YouTuber because he's got a thumbnail.
Oh, got him.
Serves you right. You just got burned, Stuart Little.
Whoa, that's a big boat.
Dude, if he got into woodworking, they could call him Stuart Whittle.
That is pretty good.
If he had a rare disease that made his bones break too easily, he would be Stuart Brittle.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. There's another word that rhymes with little.
If he pees his pants, he could be Stuart Piddle.
If he gets eaten by a dog, he could be Stuart Kibble.
Kibble, that's good. If he's a basketball, he could be Stuart Dribble.
If he's a defective firework, he's Stuart Fizzle.
Fizzle. Oh no. If he hates Batman, he could be Stuart Riddle.
Let's see. I already did Kibble. Alright, you win.
Fair enough. I can't think of anything else either.
Yeah, that was like Jenga, but of the mind.
Jenga of the mind.
Yeah. That was the first installment of Jenga of the Mind, ladies and gentlemen. Will we do it again? I'll probably forget it exists until I listen to this again at work. I wonder, did you know that cat is voiced by Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson?
Mm-hmm.
Smokey?
Yeah, I guess. No, that one.
Oh, there's another cat?
Yeah, there's 3 cats on screen right now.
Yes, there are. Sorry, I was writing down an idea for the name of this episode.
Jenga of the Mind.
No? Okay. Why would that be it?
I don't know, just a hunch, but I guess a wrong one.
No, that's exactly what it is. Can you guess what I wrote down for the first Johnny English?
It's been like a whole 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what we talked about.
Well, spoilers. It's
Spoilers for an episode that already came out.
Yeah, spoilers for you. Is there something in my pizza?
I don't even know. I don't even remember the context.
I think you were just like slurring your words or something, and I was like, is there something in your pizza?
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then it happened again later.
Nice. Yeah, okay.
Jokes are always the best when you have to explain them.
Well, now that I remember, because it's like an inside joke, but I just have so much going on in my brain 24/7 because I'm so smart that it's so hard to keep up with all the inside jokes, you know?
Yeah, and then what I wrote for the second episode was 420, but I think that's mostly to do with when cheese landed on or sat on my keyboard and paused the recording. I hope, because I don't even know how that would apply.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know. I feel like with the second one that did come up at some point, but I don't remember how. It had to have been a really good joke, because under what circumstances would I bring that up?
That's why I think it's a timestamp rather than a title suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Mind you, this is just on a sticky note.
It just happens to be that the thing that's so iconic it should name the episode is at 4 minutes 20 seconds.
Perhaps.
Have you ever seen the Norm Macdonald bit about 420? Where his co-host is telling him that it's 420, and he's like, I don't know what that is. I'm going to look it up real quick. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Wikipedia's telling me it's the birthday of a famous politician. And then he goes, "Do you understand what that means?" Slowly but surely, he starts talking about a certain someone with an iconic mustache.
Oh, I see. I see.
And by the end, he's like, "I don't like folks like this. I say, you, me, let's go kill Hitler." and, and his co-host is like, "Oh, he died like 70 years ago." And he goes, "Really? I didn't even know he was sick."
I like how he called him a certain politician.
Yeah. And 10 question mark?
That's close enough.
George, listen, I know how worried you are about losing. Believe me, I'm worried about you losing too.
And looking at it, your odds aren't great, but...
Thanks, Dad.
Ding, 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 ding. Don't let Grandpa hear that.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Boom, 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 boom.
And it goes on for the rest of the episode. Whoa, yeah. He just, like, shot put through that.
Someone intentionally stepped on the very colorful controls.
Oh, now George is gonna hate Stuart, and they're gonna have a little friend rift.
I can't believe that a 3-inch mouse couldn't hold a controller. I can't believe I left him in the middle of Central Park with people who don't know he's there, and even if they did, they're New Yorkers, so they probably aren't nice.
That's true. It's a fact.
if someone didn't step on the remote, someone else probably would have shot him.
Shot him? Is that what happens in New York?
Yeah. What happens in New York stays in New York, and sometimes that something is a shooting.
I guess that's fair. That does remind me. Unrelated. We need to add Night at the Museum to the movie grids list.
Oh, that's a classic shooting movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, it takes place in New York. That's why I pulled the connection.
Speaking of shootings, Night at the Museum.
You know, the movie, it was shot in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe one of the tiny cowboys shoots Ben Stiller. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Would those bullets at night come to life as normal bullets?
I don't know. That's a good question.
And also, what determines what makes something come to life and what makes something stay inanimate?
Yeah, because I think it doesn't have any historical value because it's the tablet in the museum that makes everything come to life, all the exhibits, but not like the trash cans or the benches or anything like that.
Or like the ground of the dioramas.
Yeah, so it has to be like...
That'd be really crazy if they made a new Night at the Museum where they find out that, like, the floor of the museum is sentient.
Yeah, and it just can't move because it's too heavy.
There's like an earthquake that goes through the museum, and now the floor can talk. Mm-hmm. It's like...
Well, because I was going to say it's things that are, like, humanoid, but at the same time, the Easter Island head...
is like a cartoon head.
It's a big rock.
Yeah, and there's also like if the things that they're based on, you know, is the extent, then like a dinosaur skeleton it would come to life as a dead dinosaur.
Yeah.
And the monkey, well, if it's about human characters becoming real humans, the monkey is a monkey.
Yeah.
So, and
all the animals come alive too, so.
Yeah, and it's been a while since I've seen it. So maybe there are just straight up like abstract objects that come to life, but like you said, the Easter Island head's not like, it has human-ish features being an Easter Island head, but that's it, you know.
Yeah, cuz I was going to say it's things that would have the capability of being alive, like an animal or a human, but the Easter Island head is still just a rock.
And then in, I think the second movie, Oscar the Grouch makes a cameo, and he's just a puppet.
And yeah.
So, I
I
don't
don't
know what to
know.
tell you.
I need a fact check on Night at the Museum's logic.
Yeah,
Please.
Snopes, could you, like, look up whether or not it's, like, reliable that Night at the Museum's objects come to life, please?
Please.
How many Pinocchios out of 5 does Night at the Museum get?
Yeah, also, I need a MatPat video on it.
How realistic is it that a cursed tablet brings Teddy Roosevelt to life?
Yeah. And, like, I know he's a wax figure, but it, like, makes us think that he's, like, a real human that's just been mummified and stuck on a horse.
Dude, if you took... never mind, that's awful.
Oh, no!
So, if there was a certain deceased actor who played Teddy Roosevelt in those films, and maybe instead of like a grave, he had like a whole mausoleum or something.
Yeah.
And they took that and put it on display in the museum. Then that hypothetical actor could come back and meet him portraying his character.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Night at the Museum, the guy who is like the beholder of the tablet is a mummy in a coffin, and he comes to life every night.
See, and that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, so
I wasn't
think
just making a messed up thought in my head.
Oh, no, of course not. I was
never. I would never.
Just clarifying for those at home.
Yeah, see, I know it, even though I just said I haven't seen it in a while and I don't remember everyone and everything in it. I remember that, of course.
Yup.
Why aren't, like, the people affected? Like, why don't, like, the night guards get superpowers or something? Or, like, immortality?
Because they're already alive.
Yeah, but, like, why don't they get more alive? Like, longevity or, I don't know, happiness or something?
Well, they get to hang out with all the dead people in the museum.
I feel like, as far as longevity goes, that probably compromises it a little bit. And, you know, because what if the T-Rex catches you? You're just such a perfect family.
It's like, why did you lower the camera like that? Even though there's a ghost behind us.
Oh my god, you don't want to know what's behind you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's our other child. I forgot she's a ghost. It's
our other child, a Picasso painting.
Oh, see? Yeah, there's the girl. She's a ghost.
No.
Oh, it is his parents. There's no way.
We're back from the moon. We wanted to see what our son was up to.
I had no idea.
It's Joker Mouse. Why so
Not
serious?
We're his parents that like didn't like him, but now that he's super famous, we like him and want him back. This is like Patrick.
That was for you. The little
hand.
The don't mind if I do hand twiddle.
Sorry, I was too focused on the very shiny peanut.
They butter each individual peanut before they put it in the bowl.
Honestly, sounds pretty good, but
defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
There's so many better things you could eat if you just want a delivery mechanism for butter.
That's true. You could have peanut butter.
Or just bread with butter on it.
That too, yeah.
Make some toast.
Make some bread with butter.
Make some pizza and put butter on it.
Ooh, that's good.
Ew, that disgusting little smile.
Ew! Whoa! Ooh! That hit me in a bad way.
It was like they went out of their way to, like, make people wince and laugh at the same time.
Yeah, no, that's no good.
Dude, that reminds me, I don't know if you've seen my Discord profile picture, but there's a story behind it.
Oh, yes.
That's from Tears of the Kingdom, there's a cutscene where I'm not going to say what happens, but Ganondorf, which is the bad guy, he's the evil man, the evil Zelda villain man. He does something that makes him very happy, and they like stretch his face so strangely. He's it's so gross. Like, it genuinely like took me out of the cutscene when he did that, because I thought like the game was broken, like glitching, and his like physics were messing up or something, because his mouth just stretched so hard.
It looks pretty deranged, I will say.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's like an ageless, immortal demon man, so I guess he's got to be a little unhinged. A smidge. I guess so. But you just don't really see it anywhere else in Zelda. That's why it caught me off guard. It's not like he's just a smiley boy. He does smile sometimes, but it's more of like a cocky smile, like, I'm the strongest person in the room, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. It's never like, like that is.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm leaving.
Yeah, they literally, even though they adopted him, they're like, well, we gotta give you back to your parents, even though that's not a thing.
Yeah, legally you're still our child. Otherwise, anyone, like any human, could just walk up to a family that adopted a child recently and be like, that's my child, give him back. And then you just have to say, okay,
I believe you.
Yeah, like, fair enough. A deal's a deal.
A deal's a deal.
Yeah, adoption, I'm not like an adoption scientist, but I'm pretty sure it kind of goes by like finders keepers rules.
Yeah, and whoever signs the paperwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Keepers.
Yeah, whoever finders keepers the paperwork gets the child. And the parent who loses the child weepers.
Yes.
And I mean, if you don't believe me, you can look up the legislation on adoption law, and it'll say verbatim what I just said.
Yeah.
They even
because
call it...
Because you wrote it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like a Supreme Court judge. Well, I was back in my heyday. But I retired to be a VTuber for 2 years and then talk over movies. Go shoo!
Yeah, I was just processing what she said. Like, let's just get rid of them. We're bigger.
Let's just step on them. Well, that would be wrong. They're just mice. Well, it would probably traumatize Stuart. Oh. Oh, well, let's do it anyway. Dude, if that was the real Dr. House, he probably would have already stepped on the mice.
Yeah, honestly.
Hey, you guys don't need a taxi. You could just have my cool car toy.
Yeah, those two mice are not Stuart's parents, are in fact trying to kidnap him and sell him for money.
Mm-hmm. That's called human trafficking. And they could get some hard time for that.
Mouse traffic, Stuart.
Oh, yeah. Mouse and trafficking.
Yeah, because they're actually humans in disguise, and they're like, wow, this is the only talking mouse in existence. We gotta sell him for money.
They're like, we can make a pretty penny off of this talking mouse with a little car. Yeah. I don't even know how he can make the toy car drive. It's a freaking toy.
Yeah, that is true, and I don't think it's motorized.
No, it's not. It's just like, well, it's small. Dare I say little? Like Stuart. Little.
Dare I say.
This whole time, he's been dressed like a waiter who dressed to the nines for work.
Yeah, like a French waiter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, a waiter of any race, ethnicity, or whatever. I'm not racist, so I don't care which one.
Very convincing statement.
Listen, guys, I promise I'm not racist. Anyone can be a waiter. It's 2023 for crying out loud.
Yeah. Halfway through.
Anyone can be the help, I promise.
Even you!
Even me. Even Aspen.
Yep.
Well, she's a tree.
I am a
Listen,
tree.
we're not that progressive.
We can't have trees helping people. That's crazy.
I don't want to say anything that'll be on the wrong side of history in a couple decades, but I will say maybe trees aren't the best waiters.
Yeah.
Well, dang.
Just on the
You got
the
one
movement.
agreeing with me. Just on the movement? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you said it, not me. I don't want people saying I'm a treecist.
Treecist. That sounds like a condition.
You got a treecist. A stage 3 treecist.
No, not a stage 3.
We could do a surgery to remove your treecist, but it'll cost 15 grand. Fine. Let the treecist take me.
And that's just to remove it. You gotta factor in the hospital stay.
If you want to keep it in a jar, that'll be
Oof.
20 grand on top of the 15 grand.
On top. It's a special jar. It's actually radioactive, so lead line it.
You gotta pay for the treecist that you birthed.
Yeah.
That's messed up. That says a lot about society.
It really does.
Go ahead and tell us what it says about society.
It says we value
Our customers.
making money.
And that's true.
Yep.
SMH. Societies, y'all. Tell us down in the comments what kind of society message you get from Stuart Little. Because I've gotten so many society red flags from this movie. At least 25.
Look, it's so
26.
small.
Because of that shirt.
I don't know why she's so upset. She literally willingly gave up her
Because these are very pleasant, down-to-earth people who are so nice and perfect and wonderful that they were willing to open their massive home to a rat. And they made themselves emotionally vulnerable. And then other talking sentient rats came and crushed their hearts. Stuart's parents. We are Stuart's parents.
Does she think they still have Stuart?
Well, you know, it's pretty easy to lose him in a house like that. So she probably just assumed he's upstairs. And it could take an hour for me to comb the room to find him.
So this is like a Patrick moment, except it's not because Patrick's so stupid he doesn't remember his parents. And Stuart's fake parents are trying to kidnap him?
Yes. They're like so, I guess, gullible, naive, innocent people that they don't think other talking rats will come and kidnap their talking rat son. They're just like, well, we believe you because you are talking rats, and so is he. That's why if they adopted just a kid and just some man walks up to their door and is like, that's my kid. I didn't want him to be an orphan, but there he is. They'd be like, well, you're a human, and I have no reason to believe that a human would commit a crime like kidnapping.
Yeah, and they call the police, and the police will arrest them for giving away their child.
When we find your rat kid, you're next.
Yeah, you're next, because you just gave your child to some strangers.
You're going to be sharing a cell with the fake rat parents.
Yeah, and your cat.
Yeah, and, well, yeah. I think it's interesting that they live in a world where talking rats exist and barely anyone cares. But there's also talking cats and birds. Spoilers for 2.
Yeah.
And also, some of the birds can also talk to humans. But, like, only some of the animals I just listed are, like, even considered on, like, a human's level, even though they all can talk.
Yeah.
It's kind of flippy floppy whipshy washy like that.
Whipshy washy.
Whipshy
yeah.
wopshy. You'll have to come downtown for some questioning because you've endangered a child.
Yeah, because you've...
We just gave him to his parents that are dead.
There's the ghost. I knew there was a ghost in this movie.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how many like masterpiece movies we've written just by making jokes.
I know.
I mean, on movie grips.
Yeah.
I've written so many masterpiece movies that no one knows about.
Yeah, because no one will pick them up, but it's whatever.
Yeah. I keep calling Hollywood and I'm like, listen, I've got 80 more scripts, and they're like, No, I'm like, why not? Because it's not live action Disney or Marvel or DC. It doesn't have Ezra Miller in it, and for some reason we feel the need to defend that movie, even though Ezra Miller is an insane person.
Yes. Ezra Miller.
It's so strange. It's such a funny predicament that DC was in, where they're like, we can defend one of these movies and then we're starting over, and they picked the one with like, I don't even know what he's done. I've heard so much insane stuff.
Last I heard, he kidnapped someone.
And that's one of the things I've heard.
Yeah, so...
It's like, but holy cannoli, did Ezra Miller, did that boy play a good Flash? It's like, well, I guess it's worth it.
I guess it's worth it. He can make us more money before he's locked up.
Let's milk this cow for all it's worth and then send it to prison.
Yep.
Yeah, DC has just been like a dumpster fire for years. I guess I'll say it. I think it's funny.
Yeah. It's been fun to watch. And Marvel's kind of heading that way, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvel kind of lost its footing and its identity. And now it's just like, it might be called Spider-Man, but it's actually just like a Doctor Strange film. Or it might be called Captain America, but it's actually just like a Hulk film, And the whole time they're just like, your name is Kingpin, like a bowling pin, and you wear white. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you get enough of that. I know there's still people who are like, oh, dude, did you see? I don't even know. She-Hulk. Oh, peak cinema. But I think a lot of people are also just like, this just feels like a mess.
Yeah.
Stuart Stout.
I will say, though...
Anyway, what?
No, I was just gonna say, in Marvel's defense, and I don't even think this is hardly Marvel, is the new Spider-Man movie is really good.
The cartoon one.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was good. I kind of assumed.
Yeah, but it's like another movie, a really good movie made by someone that Marvel just got to put their name on kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, Sony will take what they can get, considering what the rest of their lineup is as far as Marvel goes.
Yeah.
I mean, 10. That's, I'm sure Miles Morales movies are a nice break from Morbius. just to put things into perspective, I'm pretty sure that was the last thing that came out Sony Marvel-wise. Yeah, it is horrible, isn't it? We did watch it. What was I gonna say? I will say, as far as just like straight up Marvel, I haven't seen it, but I would bet money that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is good.
I think so. I think I've heard good things about it.
I mean, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Part of why I kind of just lost interest in Marvel is because so many of the directors tried imitating James Gunn so much. But James Gunn is James Gunn, so he doesn't have to imitate himself. He can just successfully be James Gunn. And in doing so, the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies were probably some of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I have no reason to think that, unless there was a lot of executive meddling that I'm not aware of, that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is equally as good as the other two. Or at least somewhere around there.
Yeah, no, I've heard, like, or seen, I don't know, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know the context, but, like, basically the third one will have times where it's making fun of itself because of the crappy writing from, like, Endgame or something, put them in a predicament, and
yeah.
now they're just, like, stuck with it, but they're, like, making fun of it, which is always good.
I want to say with Guardians of the Galaxy, like, by the end of Endgame, it was like, okay, well, we're saddled up with Thor, and we don't know where Gamora is. And I'm pretty sure by Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's like, okay, well, Gamora's kind of back, and Thor's gone, so it's just the Guardians.
Yeah.
They already have their little corner of the Marvel Universe in space, so it's not going to feel like, like a Doctor Strange film that's actually a Scarlet Witch film, that's actually a multiverse film, that's actually, just a cameo festival,
A cameo festival.
It's just Guardians of the Galaxy. There's probably some cameos here and there, but it's like early Marvel stuff where it's like, oh, hey, that character makes sense here. It's not just like, whoa, I went to the multiverse and I met the person who played Captain America in the 40s.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's annoying about all that multiverse stuff, is it's just like an excuse to see what, like, previous actors they can bring back for member berries.
Which is fun, but also super lame if that's your crutch.
Yeah, it can be fun, but if that's like the point of seeing the movie, then it's going to be very vapid.
Yeah.
That's why I feel very conflicted about No Way Home, because easily it's my favorite post-Endgame thing Marvel's done that I've seen, but so much of it is just, oh, it's Dr. Octopus, oh, it's Willem Dafoe, Norman Osborn, oh, it's Tobey Maguire,
Yeah.
That's just the whole thing. They should have gone like, well, I don't know. This is going to be a hot take because everyone loves Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. I'm tired of Spider-Verse stuff.
Yeah.
I would like there to be if you're going to make a Spider-Man movie, I'd love like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
Which is why I liked the end of No Way Home so much, because, spoilers, they're kind of setting up for that, where no more Stark tech, no more fighting aliens. No one even knows who he is. He made his own suit with like a sewing machine.
Yeah.
I would literally pay money to see a movie in a theater of Spider-Man just being Spider-Man. And he's not dragged into a portal and meeting 80 other Spider-Men. He's not saving the world. He's just like fighting a villain and like figuring out life because he's still a kid,
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want. Sludge water.
I would also just like, in general, a movie with a unique plot for once.
That would be cool. I give people leeway because, as the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun. So everything is just a variation of something that's already happened. But
yeah,
if you're just like, what sells well? Thing A. So let us do Thing A again. Then, yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, Disney, hello?
Bah, 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 bah. I want more than anything to see. I understand. So before I say this, I understand it's difficult, but that difficulty goes a long way. I would love to see like hand-drawn animation again.
Yeah.
They're like how the mighty have fallen with like Disney. They used to just knock it out of the park with that stuff. And now they probably forgot how to do it.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, so many of their movies nowadays are interchangeable with Pixar movies or live action. And I'm not going to pretend that like Disney is a stranger to live action. They've been doing like talking dog movies since like before our parents were born. But
talking dog movies.
or just dog movies. They've made so many movies about dogs even before they had the technology to make them slightly talk. But
yeah.
So I get they're no stranger to live action, and that's not what I'm mad about. What I'm mad about is not only have they stopped the really beautiful hand-drawn animated movies, or at least just 2D movies. You know, there is a market for that. But on top of that, they're like undoing those movies in a way by like taking classic animated movies and doing them in live action.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to erase the good original.
Yeah. I hate the concept of like, you know, let's take a thing that already exists, and because I live a few years in the future, I can do it better. And first order of business, let's take the soul out of it.
Yeah.
And that's why, just on principle, I don't like those live action remake Disney movies.
Oh no, did they Photoshop them out?
They didn't even Photoshop them out.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
They took the picture out and did a really good job of cutting a square out, and then they disappeared. They gave me the house.
They gave me the house, yeah. They couldn't stand living in a place where a rat had lived.
Yeah, they were so disgusted with the decisions they've made that they quarantined their totally not talking cat to it and just left. This is live action Cat Scratch. The cat inherited a mansion. That's a reference everyone will get from that Nicktoon that lasted 20 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't even think it lasted 20. I think it was like 18. That was a good show.
Couldn't even make it to 20.
It was funny. I don't get why people didn't watch it and why it didn't continue. I watched it.
It sounds familiar.
It was the early 2000s Nicktoon about 3 cats who inherit a mansion from their late old lady owner. There's Gordon, who is like a Scottish cat. Yeah, and then there's Waffle, who's voiced by Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch. And then there's Mr. Blick, who's voiced by Al from Al's Toy Barn.
Yeah, I remember seeing this, and it didn't even register in my brain that they were cats. Because they don't look like cats.
Yeah. You wanna hear some interesting trivia about that show?
Sure.
That show is based on a graphic novel that has nothing to do with the subject matter of Cat Scratch.
Interesting.
It's like a post-apocalyptic cat world comic with like robot fights and stuff. And it's
that sounds
like
pretty cool.
And it's like surprisingly violent. And also the only similarity is Gordon and Waffle are in it. There is a character named Mr. Black in it. And they changed that for Nick to Mr. Blick. And
of course,
the name of their car in Cat Scratch is Gear, which is the name of the comic. And everything else is different.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have the comic. It's pretty good, but it's nothing like the, whatchamacallit, the show.
Yeah.
Show and the comic are also both made by the Earthworm Jim guy.
I am aware of Earthworm Jim.
Okay. Well, the guy who made it made Cat Scratch. And the comic that it's somehow based on. I don't even understand how that happened. How are they like, we want to make a show based on your comic? Okay. Well, We want to make a show with characters named Gordon and Waffle and Mr. Something.
And that's about it.
Yeah, and maybe as like a fun little nod to your comic, the car can be called Gear. He was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I mean, he got to work on it. It's it has Doug TeNapel written all over it. But yeah, it's weird. When I found that out, I was like, what the heck?
Doug TeNapel.
He's got 10 apples. You could buy 9 or 10 apples, or just one.
Just one.
Baby, you got a storm coming.
What a bizarre thing that was gifted to the internet.
You could visit 5 or 6 stores, or just one. That's great.
I can see my house from here. Oh yeah, I used the guy as one of my stream pop-ups.
Is that the old
never
man?
Worked.
I was about to say, is that the old man who like never worked?
Yeah, I mean, it would work if Mix It Up didn't suck.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
Yes, should have used StreamerBot and become like a coder, a hacker. Both. A code hacker.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, you could never return to it.
Nope. I'm already irrelevant.
Yeah. You can never just start over and reform an audience.
That is true. Once you are on the internet once, you're done.
Yeah. Anyone who sees like Aspen Birch Tree stream announcements would be like, I might not have known about her before, but I definitely, I got a strong schnoz, and it's telling me this is a previously existing content creator.
Yep.
And I will not watch. That's what they all do. That's what they all say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I just got handed a hamburger. It's the best day of my life.
Ooh, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, no.
I did yesterday. But that's
I don't know
not
where it's from, though.
Duck Kitchen.
No.
Is it square?
Oh, it is square. Is this a Wendy's burger? No way.
If it's square, I feel like there's like a 90% chance it's Wendy's, unless there's some other place that serves burgers that are square that I just don't know about.
No, that's 100% a Wendy's burger.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're tiny, then it's White Castle.
Oh, okay, I don't even know where a White Castle is, honestly.
I know they have them in Indiana.
Yeah!
Ha! I think they have them in like the freezer section too, like at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
They're interesting. They're not like the best burgers in the world, but they're pretty good. It's too bad they're so small. I'm big. I'm not small. I'm not Stuart Little. Stuart Little eats the White Castle. I eat it. Wendy's.
Wendy's. I haven't had a Wendy's hamburger since I was a kid. This is like a magical experience.
Wendy's, I feel like Wendy's is very love or hate. It has too distinct a flavor. I personally love Wendy's. It's very nostalgic for me. But I've heard people say like Wendy's is disgusting. Like they're either like if everyone in the world that has eaten at Wendy's ranked fast food on a tier list, I feel like it would unanimously be like high tier or low tier. Like very high tier or very low tier, I mean. And
that's interesting. Let's do that.
Okay. That sounds fun. Give folks some extra content.
To make it easier.
Okay.
Let's just do like 1 out of 10 so we don't have to remember where they are on the tier list. Or you can just say what tier they're in. I guess that's also easy.
Okay. And we can do it right now and you can just like take the audio. Oh wait, well I guess at this point I don't need to find that clip of the Mac and Me dad flipping the girl off. Because we watched it already. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a fever for a week. And Aspen was like, yeah, just send me like the video of the dad stealing the Sprite. And I was like, okay. I'm gonna sleep though for now.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So when you say fast food tier list, do you mean literally right now or later?
We can just do like an easy one now.
Okay. All
No
right.
preparation, just off the top of your head.
Yeah, just like think of a few of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Wendy's. Out of like 1 to 10, what would you rank it?
Are we just doing hamburgers?
No, just the whole restaurant. Just like
Okay.
what number from 1 to 10 pops up in your head when you think Wendy's, and you can explain why.
Okay, so
Depending on
for
how
a
much time we
whole
have.
restaurant,
Oh my God.
it would be like a 4.
Oh wow. All right.
Because they don't really have anything other than the hamburgers, I feel like.
Well, you did also say you haven't eaten there since you were a kid.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really... I know they had those pretzel buns. Those are pretty good, so maybe a 5.
They do have a lot of burgers, which that's not a bad thing. You know, the go-to of fast food is burger, fries, soda. They've also got like chicken sandwiches. They've got salads. They have like some chili cheese fries that you can get and stuff like that. I remember as a kid trying like the little side chili you could get. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it is there.
Yeah.
I would personally I'd rank it like a 7 because the burgers are very iconic, and not just because they're square, because they have a very distinct flavor that I enjoy. The fries are good. And this is a big one. Wendy's is the only place that I not only am like optimistic, but I know the ice cream machine is working.
Okay.
If you say, "Can I get a Frosty?" I don't think I've ever heard no, you know,
Yeah.
I think the only time I have is because I was there like 30 minutes before they closed and they were like, "We've already shut it off for the night. Sorry."
Well, that's on them.
Yeah, but Frosties, you know, it's just thick ice cream. Or no, it's ice cream that's like not thick enough to kind of be like a milkshake. So it's kind of like a in between, and it's pretty good. So yeah, I'd rank it like a 7. All right, you can pick the next one. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
McDonald's gets a 3 out of 10.
Ooh.
I don't like their burgers. I don't like their fries. Literally, the only thing on the menu I like is their breakfast menu. Hash browns are the bomb. Sausage biscuits are the bomb. However, they give me massive acid reflux. If anything's going to give me acid reflux, it's a sausage biscuit from McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah, just like McNuggets, I like. But just like everything else that isn't on the breakfast menu is just really mid. It's like so overrated to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, McDonald's is like 9 out of 10 for me.
All right.
I really like... Now, I don't get their hamburgers often. And when I do, they're usually just like plain. But I like how peppery their burgers taste. I love their chicken sandwich thing. Their chicken nuggets slap. The fries slap. The soft serve, if it is working, it slaps. Their coffee is actually really good. And as far as breakfast goes, hash browns could use a little work. But I really like their breakfast burrito. And I know it's crappy, but I love that it's crappy.
I mean, we're talking about fast food. It's okay to assume everything is some degree of crappy. Yeah, I do. It seems that to some extent we both agree the breakfast menu kind of slaps, even if you like the burgers and I think the thing I don't care for about the burgers is, well, one, I've never like bitten into one and been like, wow, what a distinct flavor. It's just kind of been like, wow, I bit into something.
Okay.
And I hate how the Big Mac is like just as small as like a normal burger, but just kind of stacked upward a little bit. but like everything at McDonald's is so small, it doesn't even feel like a big burger, you know?
That's fair.
And I don't know. I'm glad there are people who love McDonald's fries, because those people need to be kept in business. If it was up to me, the fries would go like...
Really?
Yeah. I like there was a day relatively recently I went to McDonald's just to be like, maybe the last time I had it I was like a kid. And I was just like, this is like, why do people... I mean, it's not awful, but it should have been cheaper than what I paid for.
Yeah, it has gotten expensive.
I mean, not even that. It should have been like 50 cents for the burger and the fries, because they're just so forgettable. Okay.
Let's do one more while the credits roll.
Well, we got to do, if we're going to do the trifecta, we got to do Burger King.
Burger King. Now that one is all from memory, okay? I haven't had Burger King since I was like, I don't know, like 12 maybe.
Dang.
But from what I remember, I would say 7 out of 10. I really do like Burger King fries. Probably more than McDonald's fries.
I would agree with you.
Their burgers, from what I remember, there's like a taste appearing in my mouth from memory.
Yeah.
Kind of average.
I got
and
you.
their chicken nuggets, also kind of average, but just the fries make it a 7 out of 10.
I gotcha. Okay.
That's all I got.
So you got a 7 out of 10. I ranked Wendy's a 7 out of 10. I think I would put Burger King at a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I love the fries. I love the burgers infinitely more than McDonald's. I like the chicken fries. I haven't had the chicken nuggets there in a while, because the chicken fries are like chicken
Fries.
yeah, I guess so. Well, there's like a word that's not like chicken tender, but I don't remember what it is.
Chicken strip.
Yeah, they're like chicken strips that come in a cool little container. The Whopper's great. The burgers there do have a very distinct flavor that I think is very hit or miss. Or mid, apparently, because you're in the middle, which I guess all things can be described that way. But I am someone who, like, I hear Burger King and like the flavor of a Whopper pops up in my brain, and I'm like, I might need to go to Burger King tonight. Another place where the ice cream machine's never working. Another place with a breakfast menu that slaps pretty good, but like it's, I don't know, just in my mind, I always feel like McDonald's breakfast is better. But I think that's just because I hold the basic as flip sausage biscuit and hash brown combo to such a high regard.
I see.
Burger King also has like a bag of little hash browns, and they're good, but it's hard to screw up fried potatoes.
Yeah.
They've also got French toast sticks, and those are pretty good.
Ooh.
But they also didn't do the thing McDonald's did, where it's like, McDonald's is like, we serve breakfast all day, even though we don't. At least Burger King is honest, and they're like, you better get here before 11.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I would say at Wendy's, when you go up and you ask for something, they will have it available. And generally speaking, it's good. At Burger King, they might not always do that. And sometimes they might have, it might take them like 20 minutes to, I don't know, make a strawberry smoothie. That's just a hypothetical. It's never happened to me. But yeah, especially like the burgers are like almost neck and neck with Wendy's, but definitely better than McDonald's to me.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the fast food trifecta tier list, I guess.
Yeah, that's a little taste. Maybe we'll do a larger one later.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Write that down on a Post-it note so you don't forget.
Yeah. I'll put that under Jenga of the mind.
Yeah. I wonder what you'll use that for. All right, everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed Stuart Little. I know that I did. It was nostalgic.
Yes.
Bye.
Same. I was writing.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, but I'm leaving now.
Okay.
I'm actually pressing stop. Bye.
Oh.